Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the state of our world on Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. So what is it? Good, better, and different. All three. Coronavirus is still with us, reigning supreme. Over 27 million cases in the U.S., over 564,000 passed away from this virus in the U.S., and worldwide we have 3 million fatalities from this virus, all due to poor management by our leaders in this country and other countries like the Philippines, like Brazil, and in England, the British Isles. So poor management. So anyway, but you have to wear a mask, only out when you have to, practice social distancing, only socialize with those in your immediate household. Now, what news going on? Well, you probably heard by now that in Minneapolis, Minnesota, uh, former police officer Derek Chauvin has been found guilty of murdering George Floyd. And the jury brought in their conclusions today. Now, uh, the UN, United Nations, warns that our planet is on the verge of the abyss from relentless climate change. No surprises there, and of course no one wants to do anything, and the fossil fuel industry complains. But that's the way it is. Now, climate scientists are warning against criminalizing peaceful protest, because peaceful protest is all right in the Constitution. So you can't criminalize what they're doing. They're speaking out. Freedom of speech. Now, the United States is holding a virtual climate summit as the United States and China pledge cuts to emissions. And in India, migrant workers are fleeing India's capital ahead of the lockdown as the coronavirus cases soar. And the reason they're fleeing is going back to their home countries, and once the lockdown, they won't be able to do that. I can't believe that India has migrant workers. They have such a huge population. They don't have enough employees of their own. Now, climate activist Greta Thunberg has joined the fight for vaccine equity. Means you have to make the coronavirus vaccine available to everyone. What Israel is doing does not provide equity because Israel is not providing the vaccine to Palestinians in the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem, which are occupied territories, occupied by the Israelis. But it's Israel's responsibility to provide them with vaccines and personal protective equipment. The news media is starting to speak up against what Israel is doing, so hopefully there'll be changes there. We currently give billions of dollars to Israel. Why don't we give that money to the Palestinians as well? Give them the same amount. Have equity in aid, but I don't know. But that's the way it is. No equity in the virus vaccine. So hopefully things will get better. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's a congresswoman elected in 2020 from the state of Georgia, has canceled her plans for a racist America First caucus amid GOP pushback. She's pushing for an Anglo-Saxon values basis for the United States, but we're not all Anglo-Saxons, and the Anglo-Saxons actually, they're part German, and they actually came over from the Scandinavia, and they ended up pushing the actual residents of Great Britain, of England, further inland to create Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. So anyway, but that's the way it is. That's what she wants to do. But she's been shut down temporarily. She's working with another Republican congressman, a racist like her, and I don't know why they Republicans put up with it. This is not the Republican Party of Abraham Lincoln, but it's there, so we have to make sure we do better. Now, Derek Chauvin is found guilty of murdering George Floyd, and jurors have brought in their conclusion. He was found guilty of all three charges against him, and that's the way that is. There's a mass shooting at an Indianapolis FedEx warehouse and follows a pattern of violence against Sikhs nationwide. Sikhs are actually from India, and they wear a turban, not because they're Arab, but because they just to keep their hair in place. They're not allowed to wash their hair, and it keeps growing. So they wear a turban to cover their hair. Now, I don't know what's happening, but this is the way it is. The family of the FedEx shooter actually warned the police about him, and they supposedly have red flag alerts in Indiana, but it didn't work. So anyway, that's the way it is. The violence goes on. Gun violence is a sickness, and we have to stop it. Can't continue to kill people. No one needs a gun. No one needs an assault weapon that can fire many bullets at one time. We should have a ban on all guns. We did. We had the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution allows for armed militias because the British colonial power wouldn't let them have that. And then someone came along and changed that in recent years to amend it to allow all citizens who want the right to own a weapon. But that's where our problem is. Okay, now that's a lot of news for today. So how about a little bit of music? Okay, the song I'd like to sing today is a song by Tom Springfield of the Seekers, I believe. He had a folk group which included Sister Dusty, who went on to become an international singing star. Okay. Now, let's try saying another use. How about we sing Georgie Girl? Hey there, Georgie Girl, walking down the street so fancy-free. Nobody you meet would ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie Girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie girl, there's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide, and oh, what a change there'd be. The world would see a new Georgie girl. Okay, hope you like that. That's Georgie Girl. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Tuesday, April 20th, 2021, for another meeting of Caroline Speaks State of Her World. Remember to wear that mask. Practice social distancing. Only go when you have to. Only socialize with those in your immediate household. Take care of each other. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. See ya.